Hello and welcome to Metal Hellsinger. This is a quick little showcase of the first level Voke being run on Archdevil difficulty. Archdevil difficulty is the hardest difficulty in the game. Enemies will deal more damage, they will have larger health pools, and you will have one life and one life only per level to clear it. So that's part of why I am only proposing to clear Voke on Archdevil difficulty as opposed to clearing the entire game on Archdevil. It would just take up way too much extra time, and also it would be wildly unsafe as there would be no respawn mechanic, especially with a lot of these enemies dealing much more damage, and also there being some enemies that you don't see in any other difficulty mode. We'll talk about them when we get there, though. For now, let's start running. You must clear one level on Archdevil before you unlock the next level on Archdevil. So, this one, have Voke unlocked. I'm actually swapping out my sigils from Last Breath Aegis to Ultimate Sovereignty. Last Breath Aegis allows me to do 100% more damage on low health, though that would be putting me in constant one-shot territory for this showcase, and it becomes much more inconsistent. Ultimate Sovereignty, on the other hand, allows me to charge up my ultimates every single second. So, as long as I hold a certain weapon in my hand, the ultimate bar charges up automatically. So, as you can see, despite the fact that I've only killed one enemy so far, the Vulcan's ultimate had already finished charging. I was able to use it to wrangle those enemies, making my job quite a bit easier. So far, so good. This first arena isn't playing too much differently, though we are noticing the fact that even marionettes are taking 2 shots to kill from the Vulcan, one of, if not the most powerful weapon in the game. These marionettes are cannon fodder on any other level, and you'll also notice that we have the Lesser Seraphs already appearing. Lesser Seraphs normally don't start appearing until later in the game when the Red Judge calls them in as backup, but no, on Archdevil, you get them straight from the beginning. And you're noticing that I'm even using Terminus. I just wanted to get Terminus's ultimate up and ready and charged up for a certain couple enemies that will be coming up later. You'll see them soon enough in the next arena. And behold, we even have Eyeless coming at us. Eyeless, which don't appear until the 3rd level in a standard run. And noticeably, I'm also utilizing the glory kill mechanic in this game called a slaughter mechanic to be one of the very, very few methods of restoring health to the unknown that I have. When enemies go solid like that and start flashing, I'm able to hit my E button and it'll yoink me right on over to them. It's one of the few times I actually do get some iframes. And here's where I use Paz's ultimate. Just to try and slice and dice at this siege behemoth. And even then, it's not going great. Music desyncs a little bit, which makes it a little bit harder, so I'm taking a bit of a risk here, intentionally dropping down onto low health so I can get the music to bring in the automatic tick track. And then backing it up by safely breaking that Styx crystal, every single movement planned. Never a moment of panic in there. You gotta be willing to take those kinds of risks when you're playing on Archdevil. Using this normal behemoth here to start charging up my ultimate on Terminus again. Once it's ready, I swap over to the Hellcrow, because I want to have that ready as well. End up not using it where I originally planned to, but that's fine. But getting into a rhythm with the Vulcan and the glory kills, wrangling enemies with the Vulcan's ultimate, keeping my health up with the glory kills, and just flying right on over here. Now for Biblically Accurate Angel, aka this thing. This is the Assault Seraph. If I didn't have my ultimate ready there, things might have been bad. If I didn't have the ultimate ready for Terminus ready there, things could have been very bad. That is probably the most important usage of the ultimate that occurs in this run, because that thing loves to just get in close, and it can fire 4 to 6 beams of holy light out at once. That thing can put out an implosion of holy energy. Yes, I did say implosion, not explosion. It is a pain in the rear end, but it is very easily taken care of if we route our ultimates properly. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, can this still be done with Last Breath Aegis, one of the sigils that we normally use for speedrunning? Yes, it can be done with Last Breath Aegis. The current records on the leaderboard both use Last Breath Aegis. So, while it is possible, it is really only used for ILs. To my knowledge, a full run on Archdevil difficulty has not been completed by anyone. Thankfully, not much really changes with the aspects of the Red Judge. Boss fights are still the boss fights. The only thing that changes is the amount of enemies that they summon and the difficulty there. So, yet again, we're going to utilize the Vulcan to wrangle some of the enemies. We see the Siege Behemoth pop up, and we proc our ultimate one more time from Terminus. We get knocked a little more than expected, and just play it safe, jump on over to that Styx Crystal, take that little bit of time loss, shake it off though. Proc the ultimate from the Hellcrow here, start a spinning vortex of Hellcrow boomerangs around us, make ourselves into a moving vortex of demonic death, before rotating around and throwing the Hellcrow into the judge's face a few more times. And that is Voke on Archdevil. Can it be done a bit faster if it is done on Last Breath Aegis? It can be. Can it be done safely and reliably like that? No. So this is the fastest way I know how to safely and reliably clear it on Archdevil difficulty. I do hope that you have enjoyed. Until next time.